Serial is a term of art assigned to the printed format in which a single, longer work of narrative fiction gets published in sequential, that is, serialized installments. The broad audience that serialization makes available to 19th century writers persuaded Herman Melville and Mark Twain and Henry James, among many others, to publish novels in serial form. By the latter half of the 19th century, serialization had become a routine enough aspect of the United States publishing industry for authors to accommodate their writing processes. That is, they frequently added cliffhangers, new characters, suspenseful events to heighten their readers' interest. They added all of these to the writing process to accommodate the installment structure. In dividing the cost into relatively inexpensive segments, serialization made novels more affordable. Serialization also extended the temporal duration of the subscriber's reading experience. Instead of reading it over a weekend or in a single setting, readers could remain preoccupied with the novel's characters and plot in periodical installments that lasted, in some cases, as long as a year. The subscribers could often even influence the novel's development through the letters to the publisher, to which authors responded, sometimes directly, more often indirectly. One of the first significant American works to be released in serial format was Harriet Beecher Stowe's Uncle Tom's Cabin. Stowe published Uncle Tom's Cabin in 41 installments between June 5, 1851 and April 1, 1852. In the National Era, a Washington, D.C. anti-slavery paper with a national readership. Each installment was restricted to a single chapter. Close to 50,000 people read the first installment of Uncle Tom's Cabin. Now, what that means is that Stowe's narrative would have been one of the most widely read 19th century American novels, even had it remained in this serialized format rather than the final book form. Stowe wrote National Era's publisher and editor Gamaliel Bailey in March 1851 and offered him a story that she thought then would take about 4 installments. The paper in 1851 had no more than 15,000 subscribers. But by the time Stowe sent in that final installment a year later, the paper's subscribers had increased to 19,000. In letters they sent Bailey, subscribers to the National Era said they looked forward to reading Stowe's latest chapter aloud to their family members, who also eagerly awaited its delivery. Now, Bailey's primary motive for serializing Uncle Tom's Cabin was simply commercial. He wanted to increase the number of subscribers to the National Era. But there are significant differences between the National Era text of what was then called The Man That Was a Thing, subsequently Life Among the Lowly, and Uncle Tom's Cabin. The book version of Stowe's narrative that John P. Jewett first published on March 18, 1852. Bailey's serialization changed the contours of what can be considered Stowe's text, as well as its content. Now, should any of the students in this course wish to conduct a scholarly exploration of the networks in which The Man That Was a Thing circulated in the 19th century, that study would have the potential to reveal significant intersections among economic, literary, and political facets of antebellum culture. I encourage you to take this project up.